guys, and today I'll be teaching you how to wash vintage clothes by hand. This is preferably the best method, as if you throw your clothes in the washer, depending on the age and the fabric that the garment's made of, it could just rip to shreds. So the best method would be hand washing. So the first thing you do is you take your garment and you turn it inside out. And the reason why you turn it inside out is just in case there's any like appliques or any sequins or anything on it, it doesn't get all damaged and by the washing and the scrubbing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your garment inside out like so, and then you're gonna check the tag. So most garments do have a tag. If they don't, your best bet would just to be washed in cold water and to use a soft detergent, like I'm going to show you in a moment. So what you're going to do is you're going to check the tag right here, flip it over. So this one we do turn inside out, and we do hand wash cold with mild soap. So, however, if your item is dry clean, there's always kits you can buy to dry clean at home, or if you have other clothes with the similar like fabric that you could hand wash, by all means just hand wash it. There are certain fabrics that you cannot hand wash or dry clean at home, which would be leather or very heavy velvet. I would just take that to a dry cleaner, so you won't risk ruining your clothes at home. Okay, so you have your clothes inside out. You can either wash your clothes in a sink or in a bucket. If you do wash it in a sink, make sure you clean your sink beforehand so you don't get any extra grease on your clothing, any more added stains. So depending on so when you first initially buy your garment, I suggest letting it soak. I've had this garment previously, so I'm just gonna give it a good hand wash. But it is recommended if you do buy clothing for the first time, especially if it is older, you should let it soak, just so you get all those years of dust and dirt off of it. So, take our garment, turn it on to cold. You should have the setting to cold just because hot water can cause shrinkage or any further damage to the clothes, so cold's the best bet. Okay, so of course, you're gonna make sure your garment is thoroughly wet, thoroughly soaked. Okay, once your garment is wet, you're gonna get your dish detergent. You're gonna get your laundry detergent. I recommend something soft, so Woolite's always the best bet because it is made to be gentle on certain fabrics. So you get Woolite. Grab a little cupful or however much you want to use, and then you put it on the garment like so. So for scrubbing, I usually do this as it's not so harsh as if I were to like wring it and throw it around. So go like that. I usually rub it together like this, just so I could scrub any dirt or any stuff out of it. I usually give it a squeeze too. So you just do like that for the whole garment. Make sure you get the armpits and the neckline and stuff, because obviously it's where you get the most sweat and dirt and all that stuff. So you're just gonna scrub it like that, and then you're gonna give it a rinse. You can also let the detergent sit in the fabric if that's what you would like to do, just so it also retains the smell too of the detergent. So you just go like so. Just make sure you get all the detergent in there. You can always give it a spritz of water, right, like so, and start working the detergent into the clothes. Okay, give it a good squeeze. Remember to rub the problem areas like so. And give it a rinse. Okay, and then you usually grab it and knead down. Grab it and knead. Grab it and knead. Grab it and knead. So that way it's not as forceful as like wringing it out. It is recommended on certain clothes that you do not wring out, just because that movement is a little bit tough and rough for it, and it could rip it and, you know, stuff like that. So just squeeze it, give it another rinse, and just keep doing this until till the water runs clear and it no longer, see, so this definitely needs some more rinsing, as there is soap and all the dirty water coming out of it. So we are going to give that another rinse like so. I do recommend doing it in a sink or outside where you have like a hose, or even in the shower, because that way you can rinse it just like that. Super easy, easy peasy. And then after you're done wringing it out, well, not wringing it out, but kneading on it, you're going to set it outside to dry. It's preferable you let it line dry, because again, the dryer can be a little bit harsh on it, and too much tumbling could cause the fabric to rip and to shred. Depending on the fabric that you have, depending on how heavy it gets when wet, you either hang it up or set it out to dry. So because this is a sweater, it is a touch heavy, so we're going to put it right out here on this chair. Make sure you strain it out like so. Okay. So it is best to kind of like lay it as flat as possible. For something as heavy it is easy for it to like contain so much water, so you got to make sure you lay it flat like that. Grab your sleeves. I usually put them right on top, right like that on so that way they don't drag on the bottom, and they can lay kind of flat. This one does have shoulder pads, so I'm going to put it right there, right over. So it should look like this. Just lay it right out flat like that. It also helps if you have a chair like this, because then it'll just seep right through. So just gonna let it air dry like that for a couple hours. Lay it as flat as you could, just as flat as I could. So there you go. You leave it out here for a couple hours. At the end of the day, take it in, nice and dry, and has that nice linen smell to it. And that's it. You guys have a lovely day, and now you know how to wash your clothes.